10 years ago is when I released my first album. Guess what we're releasing today? "10 years ago, I released my first album, In Spiral's Heads. If I need to sum up Heads with one word, it's about light. If I need to sum it up in 2 words, it's about finding light. And 3 words would be finding the light. I can go on, but I know you're busy. If Heads was the light, then there was a side that also encapsulated the darkness. And I've waited for the right time to release it, and I think we're there. So here we are, 10 years after the release of In Spiral's Heads. I'm excited to finally share with you In Spiral's Tales. A lot has happened over the last few years. If it's the release of Changing Colors, starting family, and many other things that have happened. But I always knew there will be a time where I will come back and finish the story of In Spirals. And here we are. Let me tell you a little bit about the songs. The album opener is The Long Journey to the Middle. Short instrumental, long name. It's a track I wrote on a piano back in 2008. The song shifts from acoustic to electric, or electronic, I should say, shifting the gears from relaxed to intense and really setting the stage to what's to come. Super Id is track 2. One of the things I remember about that, we recorded the choir at the end of the track, and I was just a group of friends. I remember we experimented with them singing off-key and in tune, and the idea was to create something that sounds like a children's unprofessional children choir to get that really primal vibe. The third track is Dallas. Dallas is a song I wrote when I was away for the first time from home. I was working in, surprise, surprise, Dallas, Texas for a few months. And that was a wild experience for me because I have never experienced being so far from everyone I knew and everything. And I was pretty young. That was in 2008 or 7, late 2007. So I had a lot of emotions and I felt loneliness and I had to battle all those things for the first time. So I channeled all of that into that track. You can tell the anxiety level by the fact that it's the highest BPM track for Basement Alchemy ever. Next is The Other Side, which is probably the sweetest, poppiest song. And maybe that's a track that could have gone on Heads. But the fact that it's speaking of the other side makes it a perfect little silver lining in Tales. The 5th track is Silence, which originally was called Silence Before the Storm. Silence Before the Storm. That was actually a song I wrote near the end of my previous band, Aftershock, which is a story I would maybe go in later in more detail in some other time. It was just a perfect fit for Tales, and I really like that track. The 6th song is actually 2 songs. Follow the Sea and Drained Water are the most important songs on the whole In Spirals record. You can experience the entirety of the In Spirals story and what it means in one song. I wrote the lyrics for Follow the Sea after I came back from funeral of a good old friend, and Drain Water, I think, is getting out of this heaviness back into the light. The last track on the album is called Exit Wounds, and I wrote it at the same time I wrote The Long Journey to the Middle and Super Id. When I think of that song, I think of hyperventilating from doing the breathy intro. That's number one. And also of how intense and fun and exhilarating was to do the menace crazy part at the end of the track. So yeah, In Spiral's Tales is out. Please let me know which track resonates with you the most. See you soon. This is just the beginning. Why am I talking to the floor? Coffee.
And it's an ASMR video. You're going to sleep.
Jesus, this is probably gonna be a video where every word is a different cut, and I was like doing this thing. Mac, check 1 2 1 2. What are you doing here? Got my little morning coffee to help me get over the good old speaking to the camera anxiety. Okay, you're probably wondering what's this video all about and where have I been for the past 5 years? Well, the answer is I've been trying to make this video. Take 1,431 and a half. Action.